Good afternoon. Down here a bit later today, as I've been asking about with a couple of vids for YouTube, and they took an age to upload and process. But I did notice on my dashboard that there seems to be one person that likes my videos, because every video has got, or most of the videos have got one like. Now, I don't know whether that's the same person or not, but if it is, thank you, because likes do get it out there a little bit more, even though they might be shit, but gives me something to do, doesn't it? And I have been researching, or had a look into, caps, and although I like that, I call it a pinch cap because you can pinch the needle. That is a fine detailing cap, which I don't really want on that, because that's just going to be base coating. So let's bring you in so you can see a bit more. Yeah, so that I don't really need, because that's that little washer. Come off. I should really pull the needle out when doing this, because there's a high likelihood of me stabbing myself. Oh, and talking about stabbing yourself, remember, if you take the nozzle cap off and then you decide to blow back, put the nozzle cap back on, because that does hurt. How do I know? Oh, I don't know, someone told me. Right, I'm definitely going to pull that needle out, because I will stab myself. Pull that back a bit while I'm arsing about with this. Get in there, give it a, because these were a tight fit. Maybe I should have gone 0.5mm higher, but they worked. Come on, weren't this much trouble getting on. Right, that's off. Now the cap, I think I should be using is either the cap that come with it, which was just a spot cap, is the one with the holes in. So I'm going to put that one on there, because that is more for your priming. Put that back on there. So that's that one sorted. And that one should really go on there. Now let's see if I'm going to have the same problem with this. Where's it tighten up? Horizontal. Okay. Scooby Dooby Doo. Put the little washer back on. Ouch, 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 ouch. Do that again. See, they go on easy, just can't get off. And that tightens up in horizontal. Okay, so that would be a different thread then. Oh, here we go again. Bear with. That's off. Now I've got the other ones I printed in here, the different sizes. So let's go down to a little one. 0.5 I think that is. See how that goes. Well, I'll be buggered. Nothing's tightening up in the right position. Now I can't remember the one I took off. Right, I've used that one. Can't remember what one of these it was. Was it that one? Arsing about with an airbrush. That one's a bit too big. I can't even get on the threads. Yeah. Okay, you can go away. And if you're too big, then you're massive. You're going to be too big. Try that. Oh, for crying out loud. Do I want to force it? No, I don't want to force it. Maybe it wasn't to be. Maybe they want you to buy their fine detail one for about a tenner. I think it is. Maybe I'll just not use it. Or maybe I'll give that one a bit of grief. And it's on there. Excellent. Push that back in. Trouble is, with a washer, you can't pinch a needle. But never mind. So, get that in that limiter. That's that. Sort of sorted. And now, just for myself, I know I mentioned it, but I want to try it because I want to see what it's like. Is the keep all that close. Is my Infinity, which is that one. That, as I've said, is supposed to be the dog's bollocks of airbrushes. Very, very much overkill for me, and overkill for modelling, I'd say. These are the sort of airbrushes that airbrush artists use, like Airbrush Asylum and that. It's got some few good points about it. You see, that's got a fine detail cap in. I don't know what needle it's got in it, but the good thing with Harder and Steenbeck is they actually mark the needles. Now, you probably will not be able to see that, but it's got two little bumps on it, so that makes it a 0.2. And instead of just having the screw in and screw out the paint limiter on the back, you can set, and then you just press it, and that limits your travel, and then you just pull it and it's off again. That's what I like. And I like the square trigger, or the square ended trigger on that, because it feels much nicer than the rounded one. So I'm going to put the small cap on because I'm not going to use a lot of paint. well, hopefully not. And I also bought, by the looks of it, siphon jars for these that you got an adapter and they fit on the side. So should you be covering a large area, you can pre-fill them, shove the adapter in. I don't know what else I got in this box here. Shove the adapter in, which is that, and away you go. Another fine detail cap. Yeah, and some odds and sods, which I can't remember what they are for. Now, as I said, this is years back. That's the old back end for the Evolution, because I put one of them, just press in on there. It's got a fine detail cap on it. Oh, why I bought these, I ain't got a bleeding clue. Far, far above what I'm ever going to do, and mega expensive. I must have had a win or something on something and thought, oh, I'll get them, I'll use them. And as I said, I don't think I've even used that one. Anyway, that's enough of me waffling for 11 minutes about airbrushes. Let's see what I can do with that. Right, let's see what I can do with that. I've got it on its lowest pressure, which is 15. Not 17, not 12, it's 15. Now, as I said, I haven't used this in ages. This is on 15, so we'll see. Oh, sodger. Is there any paint going to come out? Oh yeah. This is very, very sensitive. Trigger, I mean. But that's the sort of fine lines you can get with this. Oh, you can see I haven't used this in yonks. Well, I don't think I've used it before, as I said. Where's the... This is... Yeah, that's got a completely different travel to the Gaahleri one. Let's just give that... I've got a bit of tip dry, because there's something. Splatter. Yeah. That is very, very sensitive trigger. And I think with these you can also vary your air by how much you push down on the trigger, but that's far too advanced for the likes of me. Yeah, you can see I would need to practice with this hell of a lot more. I did see someone airbrushing with their thumb. How'd they manage that? Like that, I suppose. That feels weird. Definitely feels weird. Maybe I should thin the paint a bit more, but let's go back to default pressure. 21. Wipe that. Give me a little bit of thinner on a bit of tissue. Trying to do this one-handed. Get the black off. Can't see what paint I've got left. Yeah, I'm definitely not used to this. Definitely not. Spider in. It's very hard to hold the trigger in one place and not increase like I'm doing there. I think I've run out of paint. Maybe not, but there seems to be quite a bit of tip dry with them. That paint. Use a cotton bud this time. Yeah, to be honest, I preferred the other one with the control, although you can see how fine you can go with this. Would you ever want to go that fine in modelling? I don't know. Would you ever? Well, you might do, I suppose, but I wonder how much paint have I got left? Right, let's try something. Gonna drop now. That has severely thinned it It's alright, I'm just bubbling back and mixing it. Lower the pressure down to 15. Now this could be way too thin. Come on, the bite point is completely very sensitive. Very sensitive. And the paint is very thin. Gordon Bennett. Can I feel any movement in that trigger? Not really. Well, I suppose there is. But I've got no memory of where it bites. Obviously. Christ, you can see that keeps it constant, but helps a little bit when you put the backstop on, so you can't go no further. Tip dry again. This brush loves a bit of tip dry. Anyway, that's certainly does. Or have I run out of paint? That's drying almost immediately. Sorry if this is boring as shit, but I want to find out myself. But by the looks of it, I don't think this will be coming out the box for another 6 years or so. But you don't hear many people say that about an Infinity. Mind you, as I said, people are 10 times better than me at airbrushing. Look at that gunk that come off. So you can get minute lines with this. As you would expect on a 0.2. Thin paint, low pressure. And tip dry again. We got it back, yep. That is just, with a bit more practice, that's tipped right. With a bit more practice, I might be able to use that, but do I really want to go that thin? Do I really want to clean the needle every 10 seconds? Not really. So I think I'll leave that one there, but them thin lines and them, I said, would you want to go that thin? Oh, look at that, almost immediate. Anyway, that's how fine you can go with an infinity with a 2-point needle in it, and that is quite thin. Will I be using it? No, probably not. I'll use the one that come with a kit, or I might, just might, depending how the premium bonds do next month. I'm looking at that another Gaahleri one, the Mobius 0.3, for a couple of reasons. One, it's got a trigger like that, not round. Two, it's got cutouts down there, which should make it easier to hold. And it's got a completely redesigned nozzle and that, so I might see what that's like. But I think that's enough for today after I clean up, and there's nothing else I had on my list to do. So that'll be it. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Bye. Just to show you, when I was cleaning that infinity, I think there's something wrong. I might have to give it a full strip down, because that's the paint on the needle, and there's no way it should be right back at the end. So either one of the seals has gone, because it's been in there for so long, but that should not be back there. So I'm going to have to strip it down completely now. Anyway, just thought I'd let you know.